In this session we'll be looking at QR codes, where they came from, what they are, how to generate your own, how to read them and what they can be used for. In 1994, Denso Wave announced the release of its QR code. The QR in the name stands for Quick Response, expressing the focus in the development concept of high-speed reading. It was initially adapted by the automotive industry. It contributed greatly to making their management work efficient for a wide range of tasks, from production to shipping to the issuing of transaction slips. Also in response to the newly emerging trend where people demanded that the industry's production process be made more transparent and enabling products to be traceable. Food, pharmaceutical and contact lens companies began to use a code to control their merchandise. The QR code became an indispensable medium that could store a great deal of information on these processes. QR codes today are essentially readable barcodes, which with an app on your mobile phone or tablet can be read to provide an array of information. While conventional barcodes store around 20 digits of information, QR codes can handle several hundred times more information. Over 7,000 characters can be encoded in one QR code, and these can be various types, including numeric and alphabetic characters, alongside symbols, binary and control codes. Also, QR codes carry their information both horizontally and vertically. This means that they can encode the same amount of information in approximately 1/10 of the space of a traditional barcode. This data on the QR code is capable of omnidirectional high-speed reading, which means that it can be read upside down or on its side. Unlike a traditional barcode, which can only be read horizontally from left to right, it does not matter which direction you capture the QR code from. It will even capture the code if it's wrapped around a curved surface. Generating QR codes. The first step is to find a QR code generator. There are a plethora of free online programs that can generate QR codes, and with a simple Google search for QR code generator and you will be spoiled for choice. As with any free software on the internet, there may be a registration process to go through, or just a limited free trial for a set amount of time, so it would be worth conducting a little research of user reviews before committing. I'll be taking you through the process of generating a QR code with the generator I use, which is www.qrstuff.com. This is the simplest QR generator that I've found, mainly because there's no download, and everything happens on this one page in real time. There is a registration process to go through for access to all the options, but you're not limited with the free access, as you have access to 23 of the 25 types of QR codes on the left of the screen here. Only the image and PDF options are hidden behind the registration process. By clicking each of these options, you will see that stage 2, the information input stage, will change depending on what information you want stored on the QR code. You can have the user taken directly to a website, you can link to a Facebook page, you can show a telephone number, you can also not only open a blank email ready to be sent to your designated email address, but these can also be pre-populated with your information. For example, if you wanted users to vote on one of two things, you could have a QR code for each option, and when they read the QR code it would automatically open an email with your email address as a recipient and the text, "I vote for option 1. The user would then just hit the send button. As a simple example, we'll be using the website option and entering the Learning and Work Institute's own website address in the inbox. The static option should be selected here, as the dynamic option requires subscription. The difference is that the static option will directly place the website address into the QR code and can never be changed. If your website changes, then a new QR code needs to be generated. While the dynamic option adds in a short URL to the QR code, this URL will then redirect to your website address in the box above. Only this is editable by subscribed users, so if your website changes you can still use the same QR code and just update the website. Stage 3 of the process is a colour of the QR code. What colour you use is a personal preference if you are printing on a white background, as all the available colours here will be okay. But if you are intending the QR code to be part of a leaflet or other materials with various colours, just ensure that the background is lighter than the QR code colour. The preview section to the right will give you an idea of how the QR code will look in the desired colour against a white background. Your QR code now is ready to be downloaded, which can be done by selecting the button under the preview QR code. You are then asked where you would like it to be saved. It is saved in a PNG format, which stands for Portable Network Graphic, and is widely usable by most other software. Once you have downloaded your QR code, it is yours to do with as you please. It can be printed or published to provide a link to the website for anyone who reads the QR code. This is also a permanent QR code, so it will never expire. Just for reference, there are further options at the bottom of this page which can be used instead of the direct download button. The first is just another place to download, as we just did. The next is the ability to directly print the QR code to a multiple sticker sheet format. The third is to email it directly to yourselves or others. You also have the option to visit 2 affiliate sites for more design choices. These are Zazzle Print on Demand, which will print your QR code onto promotional items, and visuallead.com, which will allow you to incorporate your QR code into graphics or logos, both of which have a registration process and fees attributed to them, so we will not cover these in these sessions. On the screen now you will see some links to other QR code generators. There are plenty out there for free, just try some out and find the best one that suits your needs at that time. The next stage is how do we read these codes. Firstly, you need a QR code reader. These are simply found in your mobile phones or tablet store pages, where you can search for QR readers. Once again, it is best to do a little research and look at some user reviews to see which reader would best suit your needs. After you have found a QR reader and downloaded it to your device, when you open it up it should look very similar to taking a photo. If you point the device at the QR code you would like to read, trying to get the QR code to fill as much of the screen as possible. The QR reader should automatically read the code and then just follow the details on your screen. The code will action one of the many types that we saw while generating your own code, such as taking you to a website, as this one is, or opening an email, opening a YouTube video, or showing a map. This brings us to the end of the QR code session. There should be enough information for you to generate and read your own QR codes. Thank you very much.